Hello, my lovely YouTubers. Welcome back if you are returning, and welcome if you are here for the first time. And I would like to say thank you for being here with me today. So here at the table today, we are simply going to get right into our verse of the day. And here at the table is where I share the Word of God with you, and hopefully it inspires you, encourages you. And so that is my heart's desire for these videos. And so if you are new here, I would encourage you to join the family by clicking the subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the bell notification so that you never miss another video. So let's dive right into today's verse. Today's verse is coming from 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 5. And it reads, "May the Lord lead your hearts into a full understanding and expression of the love of God, and the patient endurance that comes from Christ." May the Lord lead your hearts into a full understanding and expression of the love of God. So when I read this verse, the first thing that came to my mind is, what does God's love look like? Because it is saying that the Lord will guide our hearts to be as loving as God. So how can we be as loving as God? What does His love look like? And quickly my mind went to 1 Corinthians chapter 13. And starting from verse 4, where it says, "Love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It's not irritable or resentful. Does not rejoice at wrongdoing. Rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things." And these few verses summarizes the love of God. And so I asked myself, I was evaluating myself, and I was like, do I really display God's love as a child of God? And as humans, nobody's perfect, right? And so I thought about being on the line for so long at Burlington or wherever. And are you being patient? Are you being kind? Is what I'm asking myself. And so how can we express God's love? We express God's love through being patient. Patient with our family members, patient with our children, patient with our guests, our, Lord, why am I going blank? Patient with people in general. A lot of times you can be tested, especially with family members. They will test your patience. But we have to express God's love. And the more patient we want to be, the more trying it's going to get for us. The more our patience will be tested. And so the more of something that you want is the more of that testing that will come. So if you want to show more kindness, you will be tested in many different ways to be kind. And so I want you to think about yourself. How can I be more loving? How can I show God's love more? How can I be more patient? How can I be more kind? And one that stood out to me is, does not insist on its own way. A lot of times we could want to have it our own way, not wanting to wait on God. Always in a rush when we need to get somewhere. The traffic. Ooh, I have road rage, so all of that. If someone was to cross in front of you, how would you react? It's these little simple things that causes us to evaluate ourselves and ask ourselves, am I truly displaying God's love? Am I truly displaying God's love? When something goes wrong for someone else that has hurt you or done something to you, do you rejoice in that? You shouldn't. And so if you want to express God's love, you don't rejoice. You pray for them. Even when they do things that hurt you, don't wish no harm on them. You pray for them. All that is expressing God's love. and simply finding different ways how you can express God's love on a daily basis is what I want to challenge you to do. Try and see how best you can express God's love on a daily basis, because in reality, love is what this world needs right now. And I'm not talking about the affectionate love. We are talking about the love of God. That is the love that the world needs to see more and more each day. And the verse also went on to say, and to be as patient as Christ. Christ was so patient with us, for us. Because when we think about when he went on the cross for us, he endured. He endured it for us. He could have said, you know what? I'm God. I'm not going through this. But he endured it, and he displayed patience for us so that we can know what it is to be patient. And so I just want to encourage you, if you are lacking patience, don't beat up yourself. Don't beat up yourself. Just ask God to show you how to be more patient, how to express his love more in the school, in the grocery store, wherever you may be. However it may be, ask God to help you and guide you into expressing his love more each day, because love is an action word, and so it speaks louder with actions. And so let's be intentional about loving others. Let's be intentional, even those ones that hurt us, okay? It's easier said than done, but you can do it. And I want to challenge you. I believe in you, and I know that you can do it. And so, yes, let's spread the love. Let's show God's love to the people that needs it most. And so that is all I have for you today. I pray it was a blessing. If you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, and share. And I will see you in the next video. I love you, and God bless you. Bye.